Hi YouTube. This week I was under a lot of stress, so I decided to just play around and do some fan art. So as you saw in the beginning, I decided to paint Link and Sheik from The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. I'm obsessed with The Legend of Zelda. I don't think I've ever been as obsessed with a video game as I am with this. I've played a lot of them. I haven't played all of them, but every single one of them I've played, I've loved. I'm currently playing Breath of the Wild. I got the Switch. I finally got the Switch like a month ago. Yeah, I know I'm super late. I couldn't find it anywhere. And yeah, so now my Legend of Zelda fever is back. So you're gonna see me do a lot of Legend of Zelda themed fan art. I love this video game. I love the story. With this one, I don't really do cartoons or anime. I guess you could call this manga in a way. I don't know. I'm sorry if I got it wrong. I don't usually do cartoons. So what I did with this was I traced an image I saw on the internet that I really liked, and I traced it using charcoal. And now I'm coming in with gouache to lay the first layer of color. I'm trying to follow the general idea of the image that I took, but I'm gonna start deviating from the original image as this work evolves. I remember when I played this like a gazillion years ago, Sheik was one of my favorite characters. I'm not gonna spoil the game for those of you who have never played it, but I really liked the dynamic that Link and Sheik had throughout the whole course of the game. So I thought I'd pay a little tribute to both of them. This Ocarina of Time is my favorite, probably because it's the first Legend of Zelda game that I actually played. I had played kind of played the ones from the Nintendo console, of the very first Nintendo, and I really didn't like the layout back then. But then once the 64 hit the market, this game just changed it all. I was completely absorbed in the story, and I've been a huge fan of the franchise ever since. One of the things that really grabbed my attention back then was the music. The music for these games is just amazing. Amazing, bar none. Especially back then when I was a young music student, just starting out, just starting to think about maybe doing it professionally. This soundtrack really inspired me to pursue music as a career. I didn't really have a plan for this project, and I didn't stop to try and mix my own colors. I am gonna mix my purple because I'm not using the purple that comes with the gouache set, but most of the other colors I'm just picking straight from the palette. I didn't want to worry too much about color theory or trying to achieve color harmony like I do usually with my acrylic paintings or with other pieces that I've done. This week was a lot. Like the past few weeks have been really intense with work and then with personal stuff. So I needed to unwind. I decided that this week I was just gonna do something fun for the YouTube channel. Not that the other pieces aren't fun, but I didn't want to spend too much time designing or thinking about an original piece. And I think it's going to be like that for the next few weeks too, because it's getting intense on my camp. And the other thing that's happened, and 2 weeks ago I complained about the weather being too cold. It's 80 degrees right now as I'm recording this voiceover, and it went from 30 to 80, and Mother Nature needs to chill. Needs to take a chill pill, because this is wreaking havoc on my voice. And I haven't really talked about what I do for a living. I'm a vocal coach and a music teacher. I teach piano and voice, and I also sing professionally and I play professionally. And it's really doing a number on my voice right now. So I'm kind of thankful I don't have any gigs planned soon, because it's really wreaking havoc on my system. I'm definitely planning on incorporating some singing into this channel, which is the other thing. I have some ideas for some songs I want to do, some covers I want to do, and then I'm gonna have art underneath, a time lapse underneath with music. And I haven't been able to record anything because I'm not at my best. I don't like to record when I'm going through a very severe allergy period, or I have a cold. Especially because I record at home, so there's really no need to rush things. So be on the lookout for some music videos in the future. Music and art. I kind of want to combine all the things that I can do into one video. So going back to the piece, my initial idea was to do everything in gouache, but it was gonna take a lot of layering, and I kind of changed my mind and I whipped out my Polychromos, and I was really happy I did. The whole piece started coming together once I whipped my pencils. Right now I'm doing a lot of line work, and with this project I realized how important line work is when you're doing cartoons, or when you're doing manga, or any sort of animated piece. The line work really becomes important. It's really not that important with realism and photorealism and all of these things that usually you want to hide your lines. But with this, in this type of art, it is really necessary, because it really helps you define what you're doing. So now I want to ask all of you guys, what's your favorite video game? Let me know in the comments. I'm really curious. Or are you as crazy about Zelda as I am? Let me know in the comments. I would really like to start a discussion on that. I find it's really cool to see what we all go to, and what kind of things we gravitate towards when we're trying to relax, or what kind of things inspire us. So now I'm doing some detail on Link's gloves, and I was really surprised. Not really surprised. This is the first time I try the Polychromos on their own. I usually combine them with more like a wax-based pencil, like Caran d'Ache, like the Luminance by Caran d'Ache, or even Prismacolor, because I usually tend to use these oil-based pencils to work on the translucent things, or work on glazes, not really use them to create any kind of opacity. And I mean, they held on pretty well. It was really cool to see how much depth I could get with these pencils and layering them. And even when I come in all the way to the end, when I come in with the white, it does show a lot more than I thought it would. So that was nice. Now I know I can use these on their own, and they really hold their own. And this video is coming a day later than usual. I apologize. I think I'm gonna change my schedule for this YouTube channel. I think I'm gonna start uploading my videos on Fridays instead of Thursdays. It's just turning out, it seems to be working better with my current schedule. I might even push it to Saturdays. We'll see. I'll let you guys know in advance next time, because the way things have been working the past few weeks, Thursdays are starting to become a little bit problematic. So I'm gonna push everything one day later, and we'll see where that takes us. I wasn't pushing for much realism with this project because it was just a project for me to relax and just vent out some stress. So I kind of went for the crayon-y look, and I kind of liked it. I will try and rework this. I kind of want this to be a bigger piece, maybe on canvas, acrylic on canvas, and then work on the details a little bit more. I would really like to have a big Legend of Zelda piece. This is the finished product, and that was it for today. Have you subscribed to my channel yet? I have new videos every week. Thank you so much for watching. I'm David Cavallin, and I'll see you guys next time.